Hi, it's Miss Parrott, and welcome back to the AP Bio Exam Skills Series. Today's video, we're going to be looking at what to expect on the 2026 hybrid exam. First, the big picture. The multiple choice will be done digitally using the Bluebook app. The FRQ will be on screen, so you'll read the question on screen, but you'll have to handwrite the answers in an answer booklet. It's the same biology, just a different delivery method. In this video, we're going to break down each section and give you some tips on how to navigate this new digital method. Later on, I'll be making videos on the exact tools that are available in the Bluebook app, how to use them, and other strategies to help you be successful in the hybrid exam. First, the multiple choice. So just like before, you've got 60 multiple choice questions and 90 minutes to complete it. It equals 50% of your total score, and you'll be able to use a calculator throughout. What's new in the digital exam is that they will have the Desmos calculator is embedded in the Bluebook app. So you can use that. You don't have to use that, but you can use that. You can use your own AP approved calculator, which is basically almost any calculator that just doesn't hook up to Wi-Fi. So you need to start practicing answering multiple choice questions in a digital format now. A great way to do that is on the College Board website, and there's tons of AP multiple choice practice there. Section 2, the free response. It's 6 questions, 2 long, so they're both long in actual setup, and they're worth 9 points each. The 4 short are a much shorter setup, and they're 4 points each. This is also 90 minutes. Again, you'll be able to view the questions on the screen, but then you'll have to write your answers by hand in the paper booklet. Scratch paper will be available in both the multiple choice and the free response section. The free response is 50% of your score, and while spelling and grammar are not graded, legibility and organization are very, very important, because if the readers can't read what you wrote, how can they give you points for it? Now, let's look at the adaptations that you're going to have to make as you shift from all paper mode to the hybrid model. So in this, on the multiple choice, you're not going to be able to write on the screen or annotate, you're not going to be able to circle something important or put a star. There are some limited tools in the Bluebook app, and I'm going to be going into those in the next video. So you're going to have to be doing this annotation on your scratch paper. So you're going to need to come up with a way that works for you with that and start practicing it now. Now is March, by the way. Again, scratch paper is essential. You're going to need it. You could, even though you can strike through in the Bluebook app, you might want to have some method for doing that on your own, or for crossing things out, or for flagging things, drawing out experimental scenarios or diagrams that are going to help you. Now, another thing you're going to need to practice with the FRQ is having the question in digital in front of your face up here, and then having to write on your paper down here. So this constant thing right here, you're going to have to practice that, right? And the more you practice it, because it is a trainable skill, the calmer you're going to be, the more prepared you're going to be, and the more points you're going to score. And that's kind of the whole point of this exam thing. Now, the physical testing experience. A lot of kids just don't even think about this, but it's important to know that you're going to probably be in a new room that you don't have science class in, that you don't usually take AP bio tests in. And you'll probably be with every kid that's taking AP bio in your whole school will be in the same place. You'll have in front of you a computer, scratch paper, your answer booklet for the FRQs when it's FRQ time, and a calculator if you bring your own. Again, I say this in almost every video, but start practicing with the calculator you're going to use, whether that's the Desmos calculator in the app or your own handheld calculator. Start practicing with the one you're going to use, because you don't want to spend half your question time searching for the square root button if your calculator doesn't even have a square root button. So, and remember, you're going to be sitting down for 3 hours. Now, note, it is like you're going to be sitting down, listening to instructions, and then you'll have 90 minutes for the multiple choice. Then you'll have a 10-minute break to go to the bathroom or whatever. But it's only 10 minutes. There'll be lots of people shushing at you because you're not supposed to talk about the exam, which is so hard because you just finished the multiple choice and you want to know what so-and-so got for for number 4. I get it. But you're not supposed to talk. They may give you a little bit longer if you have like a ton of people taking the test that all need to go to the bathroom. But then you'll come back and sit again for 90 minutes. You can't get up in the middle. You gotta stay seated. So some tips for your physical testing experience: you gotta build screen stamina. And this is not the same kind of screen stamina as like, oh, well, I can doom scroll on my phone for 90 minutes, easy. Or I can watch videos on my phone for an hour and a half, easy. This is like, I'm reading a question, I'm trying to analyze it. This is like deep, engaged, intensive engagement with the screen for a long amount of time. Also, it's hard just to like sit still in the same chair that's usually not super comfortable for 90 minutes. Again, it's not, can I sit on my couch for 90 minutes? It's, can I sit still in a chair for 90 minutes? So, practice it, or, bring something that's allowed by your teacher to sit on. You want to support your vision. This is really important. So if you are if you have glasses or you have contacts, don't forget those that day, or bring a backup. Also, if your screen brightness is super high and that's like hurting your eyes, turn it down. Simple, right? But these are the kind of things that are going to help you go that long amount of time looking at the screen. Since you'll be in a new room and you're not necessarily sure what it's going to feel like, I encourage you to wear layers. So bring a jacket, something you can take on and off easy, without making a big disruption. And so your real job here between now, which is March, and May, which is the test, is to build cognitive endurance. So it's not just, do I know the content, but it's like, can I show up on test day and like make it through all these other things that have nothing to do with biological content knowledge, but like, can I sit still? Will I not freeze to death? Will my eyes hurt? What do I do? Right? And we'll get into strategies for that more and more. One important thing to note is that if you have accommodations like extended time, screen readers, large print, if those are approved accommodations with the College Board, those don't go away just because we have the hybrid exam. You'll still have those supports. Accommodations are not advantages. They just help make the playing field equitable so that everybody can demonstrate mastery. If you're unsure about whether or not you're going to get your accommodations on the AP Biology exam, please check in with your AP coordinator. If you don't know who that is, ask your teacher. If your teacher doesn't know who that is, ask the head of the department or the principal or somebody. But don't wait and just show up and you have no idea what's going on the day of the exam. So take some initiative there. Okay, the time blueprint. Multiple choice, you got about 1.5 minutes per question. So if you're like 30 to 45 seconds in and you still don't know the answer, move on. The free response, you should give yourself 3 to 5 minutes to plan. Even though it seems like you're not it's might not be a good use of time. If you can plan your FRQ strategy, and I have a whole video on that, then it's going to save you time later. You should give yourself about 20 to 25 minutes per long question and 10 to 12 minutes per short FRQ. Again, the long ones are going to, they're not just long to read the scenario in the question, but it's going to be 9 points worth of things you need to give them to score the full points. And part of that's going to be making a graph. So you got to get quick at that too. Tips here for efficient use of time. Again, don't spend too much time early. Don't feel like you need to skip around or that you need to go 1, 2, 3. Check out my other video for multiple choice strategy, my 3-pass strategy, on how to use your time efficiently there. If there's something you don't know, flag it. That is available in the Bluebook app, and move on. Use this time to plan your FRQs and don't leave anything blank. Answer everything. On every multiple choice question, even if you purely guess, you have a 1 in 4 chance of getting it right. And on the FRQs, there is partial credit. So you don't have to get all 4 points right. You can get, if you get A and B, then that's good. Like, it's cool. But if you write nothing, you have no chance of getting it right. Finally, we're going to look at our mindset, which I always talk about this, but this is kind of the most important. The format is laid out on like page 200 and something, but still it's there in the AP Bio course exam and description. So it's predictable. And if it's predictable, it's trainable and practicable, which is great for us. So these are all trainable skills to get ready. Just like you would practice skills in a soccer game to get ready for the big day. Practice, AP style practice. Practice in this hybrid format is going to help you build confidence. And if you have confidence, if you're not showing up and being surprised by the format, then you can let your biological knowledge shine. Remember, if you have never taken a test on a computer yet, that's okay. Right now, we are building to being ready. We are practicing, we are taking the steps, we're understanding what we need to do and doing it to get there. We've got to have a growth mindset. We may not be there yet, but we're on our way and we're going to keep practicing until we get there. If you found this video helpful, please do give it a like, subscribe to my channel for the other videos in this AP Bio exam skill series along with others. Leave a comment, question, or an emoji down below. If you have a question about the new hybrid exam, please do leave it and I'll do my best to answer it in the next video. If you're a teacher, check out my resources on Teachers Pay Teachers at Know and Grow with Gnomes. Keep learning, keep growing, and we'll see you next time.